This fight that will happen in the bantamweight division. Rudson Caliocane, former Titan FC bantamweight champion.
Titan FC bantamweight champion Rudson Caliocane returns to Brazil to test himself inside the most famous decagon in the country. Undefeated since his debut back in 2012, he will try to maintain his perfect record against another dangerous striker. The young prospect from São Paulo, Mateus Bocão, owns one of the most promising career beginnings in Brazil. In 2 months as a professional, he fought 6 times, winning all 6 of his opponents. Now, in the bantamweight division, Rudson Caliocane clashes against Mateus Bocão.
And there we have Mateus Bocão, a shootbox prospect. Behind him, Brendo Bispo, also future MMA fighter, and Daniel Willycat, that was supposed to be fighting tonight, was contracted by a huge Asian organization. Mateus Bocão, you know, the funny thing about him, not funny, I would like to say amazing. This kid has fought 6 times in 2 months. I mean, how in the world can this kid support 6 fights in 2 months, Gabriel? That's just crazy.
Well, yeah, really crazy to see a guy like, I think last July, you know, we were commentating an event, and then just 4 months later, he's fighting here inside this cage. But he's a really tough guy, trains alongside Brendo Bispo, Charles Oliveira, also Daniel Willycat. And if he's here today in this short amount of time, is because he's a really good fighter. We can expect to be a guy that's kind of all around, you know, because with some good Muay Thai that is basic from Chute Boxe, and also some good Jiu-Jitsu we might see here tonight. But he's definitely going to have a tough challenge. He's not the favorite to win this one.
Exactly. You know, it's definitely merit to fight 6 times in 2 months. It shows that you're active, and being active is good for you to feel comfortable inside the cage. And now you see Caliocane. Caliocane is the Titan FC bantamweight champion. You know, Titan FC is an MMA event that happens in the United States. Being said that, we know that a lot of good fighters go there to fight. So when you're a champion of an event like Titan FC, you got to believe that this is a talented fighter.
Yeah, and this shows how important Future FC is, you know, because this is a guy that has experience, fights outside of Brazil, and he came here to fight at Future FC. We see him alongside Tata Duarte, which is the head coach of Thiago Marreta, and Thiago Marreta is there in the back. A really experienced fighter. He has a win over Future's MMA's Cayona Batista, 7 straight wins. We can also expect a good guy with some good skills with the striking and also in the ground. I think he's a complete fighter, and he's the kind of the favorite tonight because, you know, Mateus has such a short career, but I truly believe that this next fight is going to be awesome.
And there you have Hugo Cunha that fought at Future MMA 8, and his father that's right behind him is a firefighter, you know, and it's just awesome to see the job and everything that firefighters go through to save lives. Rudson Caliocane walked into the arena with his dad's shirt. So, you know, that's awesome. It's like in the United States when everybody talks about the armed forces and all the prestige and respect that they have. You know, you got to take your hats off for the Brazilian firefighters. You know, they truly save many lives. But Caliocane, you know, he's a complete fighter. That's the reason he's the Titan FC bantamweight champion. Coming back to Brazil, very brave to be coming into Mateus Bocão's house to be fighting. You know, he has a lot to lose. Mateus Bocão is in the beginning of his career, and he had to accept his challenge. And the tail of the tape, Rudson Caliocane, 26 years old. Mateus Bocão, 6 years younger at 20 years old. Little height advantage for Rudson Caliocane. Both athletes professionally making weight. Mateus Bocão with very effective jiu-jitsu, and Rudson Caliocane, very well-rounded MMA fighter. Let's bring it down to Tom Munhoz and begin this next bout.
Senhoras e senhores, vamos dar início ao card principal da 9ª edição do Future MMA. Uma luta de MMA na categoria peso galo. Luta com 3 rounds de 5 minutos. Eu apresento o primeiro lutador do corner azul. Lutador invicto com 6 vitórias, 20 anos, 1,67 m de altura. Pesou 61 quilos, 500 gramas, representando a equipe Chutebox, Diego Lima, da cidade de Pindaré Mirim, Maranhão, Mateus Bocão! E o seu adversário do corner vermelho, lutador com 7 vitórias, 1 derrota, 26 anos, 1,72 m de altura, pesou 61 quilos, 600 gramas, representando a equipe Tata Fight Team, da cidade de Cachoeiras de Macacu, Rio de Janeiro, Rudson Caliocane! O árbitro responsável pelo combate, Anderson Ulisses.
And there we have Anderson Ulysses in charge of this bantamweight bout. Rudson Caliocane facing Mateus Bocão. Another electrifying fight that promises fireworks. Rudson Caliocane, Titan FC bantamweight champion. Mateus Bocão, the man that fought 6 times in 2 months. So you can only expect the best from these 2 warriors. Both athletes in the center of the decagon. Mateus Bocão starting off with a stiff jab. Nice straight cross right by Bocão. Bocão looks very effective, very comfortable, looking for that flying knee. Mateus Bocão going for that takedown. Let's see if he can clip those arms behind Caliocane's legs and finish the attempt to take him down. Caliocane trying to keep those heavy hips on the cage. Mateus Bocão keeping that head control on Caliocane's chin, going all the way down on his ankle. Mateus Bocão already closed that triangle, looking for that guillotine. Let's see how Caliocane defends that.
It's interesting to see how Bocão is really aggressive in this beginning.
Yes.
Especially because, you know, Rudson is a more experienced fighter, but he pretty much doesn't care about it. So
yes, and it started at a very high pace. We already expected that, you know, because we already knew that these 2 fighters were very aggressive. Nice head kick by Bocão. Bocão being a shoot box fighter, you know, he's got very loose legs and good combinations. As you can see, leg-hand combinations hitting Caliocane every time.
Yeah, and Caliocane maybe was not expecting that.
Yes.
So quickly.
Nice combination by Caliocane, starting with that uppercut. Good outside leg kick. Mateus Bocão looking for that body shot. Caliocane felt that punch. Mateus Bocão looking for that finish. Another flying knee attempt. Going straight to that takedown. Mateus Bocão changing levels very fast. You know, that's important when you're fighting a guy like Caliocane that has a lot of international experience.
Yeah, and already trying to take the fight to the ground. After his good moment with the striking, so a pretty good performance for Bocão so far. You know, for such a guy that started his career 4 months ago. It's pretty impressive.
Very, very solid performance. But you know what? That's a reflection of somebody that fought 6 times in 2 months. You know, he's feeling comfortable inside the cage. He's leaving aside a lot of things that other fighters wouldn't leave aside because he's used to this pressure because he fought so many times in 2 months. So that's showing right now inside the cage. He's new, he's in the beginning of his career, but he's going through an experience that very few fighters have gone through in their entire career.
Yeah, now Bocão using some good knees right there in the clinch.
Bocão still keeping that very good cage pressure, looking for that takedown, clipping his hands in the exact right place. Caliocane, very good takedown defense, keeping his hips heavy to the cage, which is also very important.
Yeah, Caliocane now trying to look how much time left we got in this round. Less than 2 minutes, man, so you gotta work to leave this bad position there you are right now.
Caliocane looking for that judo throw, not very successful. Mateus Bocão defending very well that takedown defense. I mean, he anticipated that. Looking for that takedown. spreading Caliocane across the cage, and the ref has split these two guys apart. Let's see what happens now. Caliocane with the fast restart. Mateus Bocão can't let Caliocane keep that kind of pressure on him. 1 minute and 20 seconds left to the end of this first round.
Yeah.
Nice combination by Caliocane. Very well feinted by Mateus Bocão. He's slipping at the right time. Mateus Bocão is attempting a lot those high kicks, and I've seen one of him knockouts that's exactly with that same high kick.
Yeah, and interesting thing is because we're mentioning a lot that Bocão's career is like three months old, but if we didn't mention that, probably the fan watching
wouldn't notice it.
Wouldn't
Exactly.
notice because he looks so mature, you know, even though he's so young and so unexperienced.
Exactly. And it's like I said, you know, you said something exactly right, and it's the same thing that I said. 6 times in 2 months, that's a hell of an experience. And that, you know, he's not amateur anymore. He's a true pro, and he's going through maybe one of the roughest tests in his professional career. Rudson Caliocane being a Titan FC bantamweight champion. And if he gets a win over a guy like Rudson Caliocane, he definitely goes up in the ranks and, you know, is going to be seen differently inside the MMA scenario of Brazil. Last 10-second warning here in round 1. Mateus Bocão still putting on the same pressure, looking for those good shots, sniping those left-hand hands. Very good. That's it. End of first round. Gabriel, what can we say?
Well, I give this first round to Bocão. He did a hell of a job in the striking and putting a lot of pressure on the clinch, trying to put the fight to the ground. He showed a lot of maturity so far, so it's pretty good to see that from a fighter. So yeah, it's a 10-9 for him after this first round. We need to see how Rudson are gonna recover from that.
Exactly, I agree. You know, Mateus Bocão showing that he's a true pro. Fighting 6 times in 2 months definitely left him a lot more comfortable inside the cage. That showed a lot in this first round. Fighting a very experienced guy, Caliocane definitely has to come back to the second round more effective and putting on a lot more volume, because he walked back a lot more than he walked forward. That's not something that defines a round, but he didn't walk back striking. He just straight walked back. Yeah. So he's got to keep himself a little bit more busy if he wants to take this win home.
Yeah, walking back at all times, that's definitely not, you know, healthy for a round. So that's why Bocão is winning so far.
Round 2 underway here at Future MMA 9.
That looks some short, good strikes from Bocão right there.
Good brawl by these two warriors. Nice spinning back fist. Mateus Bocão, still a man on a mission. He wants to finish this fight, going for those legs once again, clipping that hip. Good takedown by Mateus Bocão. Rudson Caliocane has to use that cage to get himself back up.
Another thing that's very interesting to see so far is because Bocão is a shoot-the-box fighter.
I was just about to say that, exactly.
Yeah, so we just expect him to strike his opponent and everything, just like his teammate Daniel Willicat does.
Exactly.
But no, he's putting the fight to the ground, wants to show his jiu-jitsu skills, so pretty good performance so far.
And you know what? He's shown himself very well-rounded.
Yeah,
he's being very efficient in every area. I mean, you see him efficient on the cage. You see him being efficient striking. You see that his ground game is very solid. He knows where to put his hands. He knows what kind of hand fighting he has to do. So, I mean, he's doing everything correct. He's putting into play that he's a true, all well-rounded fighter. Already on Rudson Caliocane's back, looking to squeeze, but, you know, like again, an experienced fighter, spinning at the right time. Mateus Bocão, he can't keep in this infight. You know, he can't keep infighting, because if he closes that distance, Caliocane is dangerous at that distance.
Caliocane is walking back again.
Yes. Like we said in the first round, he started doing that in the first round, and walking back is not good in the eyes of the judges if you're not striking back. A little over 1 minute and 40 seconds in this second round. Caliocane attempting the takedown, taking Bocão to the cage. Bocão defending very well that takedown, locking that guillotine in as more of a way to defend himself and not to submit. We can see that apparently, Gabriel, Caliocane seems a little gassed out. I kind of see that in him after he came back to the second round.
Yeah, he looks gassed out. And now we see as he's, and now, now the
Mateus
guillotine.
Bocão
Bocão trying to
jumping
guillotine.
to that guillotine. That's a dangerous position because if that guillotine is not well locked, Caliocane is going to end up on top and mounted, which is what just happened. He has to keep that guillotine tight, and that's it. Like I said, a dangerous position, only halfway into the second round. Deep half guard. Caliocane has to use this opportunity, throw some elbows, and work in order to turn this round around.
And Caliocane also getting some support from the crowd.
Mateus Bocão, very technical stand-up. Caliocane trying to go for that second takedown, but Mateus Bocão is a lot more conscious this time, going for the back. He's got that good clipping on Mateus Bocão's hip, and Mateus Bocão, his only option is to put that hand on the ground to make sure he has balance, not to fall. Caliocane is wisely going lower to his legs, and another second good reverse by Mateus Bocão, going straight to that north-south position. Mateus Bocão getting back up, another knee attempt. That was a good right-hand kick by Mateus Bocão. Mateus Bocão walking forward. He has to make up for that time that he was on the ground. Caliocane just took a look at that watch, and I think he's desperate. He's looking tired. He wants this round to end, like now, you know.
And he did the same thing the first round, so that's something that we should be kind of worried about, like if he, because of his gas and everything. And Bocão now putting some pressure on the clinch.
Exactly, Bocão very efficient these first two rounds in cage fighting, putting the right pressure, getting the right wrist control, getting the right waist control. Caliocane going for that clinch, but I don't know how effective that's going to be with his back on the cage. You know, Bocão is putting very good pressure on him, and in the eyes of the judges, you know, he's technically winning because of that pressure. Let's see how long the ref is going to let them stay there without them working. But Caliocane can't stay there too long. 30 seconds left to the end of the second round, and he's got to start worrying about this fight. If he wants to win, he's got to improve.
Yeah, and now good decision by the referee for the final seconds. We see a deep cut for Caliocane.
Left cross by Bocão. Caliocane taking some pressure, taking some damage. Mateus Bocão trying to finish everything here in the second round. Last seconds of this round. Mateus Bocão very conscious, very conscious. That's it, end of second round. Gabriel, a clear second round, wasn't it?
What?
Was it clear? I think it's a clear second round win for Bocão.
I think it was kind of close first, but then Bocão made it clear in the final minutes, especially when he did a great defense of a takedown attempt. And though that exchange at the end, I think it's 2-0 for Bocão so far.
I agree. And as you can see in the replay, that is brought to you by Private Internet Access. Always use protection. Mateus Bocão putting a lot of pressure in the second round, as he did in the first. Beginning of the second round was close, like you said, Gabriel. And from the second half to the end, Mateus Bocão just took off and took charge of the actions. Let's see what kind of orientation Caliocane got from his corners, and if he's going to be able to put that into play here in this third and final round in Future MMA 9. Live from São Paulo, Brazil. I'm Max Suarez once again with you guys, and Gabriel, the Future MMA Encyclopedia, that's here with me tonight. A great night of fights. Future MMA, this time happening inside the Future MMA Arena, is placed in the BTFF, the Brazil Trading and Fitness Fair, which is one of the biggest trading and wellness fairs of Latin America. So it's something really big. If you guys could be here and see what this crowd looks like, you know, everything that was built was, you know, just makes the whole show amazing. Third and final round underway. Both fighters paying each other respect, asking for the crowd, and let's see what they have. Good. Mateus Bocão wants this win. And like I said, Gabriel, always good combination by Bocão. Hand-leg combinations, never leaving any open spots. Let's see if Caliocane can capitalize on that.
Yeah, I think Bocão came more turned on this third round to try to get a finish.
a lot of pressure from Bocão, always walking forward, throwing lefts and right crosses and hooks and finishing with thigh kicks and head kicks and a lot of volume. And that's bothering and disturbing Rudson Caliocane. That's confusing him a lot.
Yeah, because it's pressure from Bocão every time, so seems pretty tough for Rudson to do something at any time, and now almost giving his back up to Bocão. Not an easy situation for Rudson.
And like once again, like we said, Mateus Bocão is showing how well-rounded he is. Shootbox is worldwide known for having perfect striking. But this kid is showing high-level striking. He's showing good striking. Look at this takedown defense. That was a judo throw that most times is difficult to defend. And that elbow just connected. I mean, that's just burst that bubble that was under Rudson Caliocane's eye. And he looks banged up. We're going to have to see how that's going to affect him, because 3 minutes left, third final round. Gabriel, I mean, what can Caliocane do to turn this thing around?
Well, I think he needs to try to avoid the pressure from Bocão, because Bocão is pressuring him every time. If with striking, with putting the fight to the ground, Caliocane should not be pressured so much as he is tonight.
And Mateus Bocão still putting pressure. You can see that Caliocane at sometimes he seems like he wants to put pressure and volume, but it just looks like he's not being able to. He's not turning that button to be aggressive. It looks like when he gets to a safe position, instead of striking, he's just trying to rest, like he's doing now. He's losing a fight, and he has to be more active. Doing what he's doing and laying on Mateus Bocão on the cage is not going to take him to get his arm raised in the end of the fight. Mateus Bocão very conscious, like always. Showing a lot of professionalism, good takedown defense. Rudson Caliocane still putting that pressure. But like we said, 2 minutes to end, Caliocane has to do way more than that to win.
Yeah. I think he's kind of more active in this third round, but it's still really clear for Bocão. Look at the high kick. Another one.
Good high kick by Bocão. Bocão smelling that blood, looking for that finish. Always changing levels very efficiently. 2 high kicks, going for that takedown. Mateus Bocão with Caliocane on the cage.
It would be awesome if Bocão could get a finish, but I think he's also bringing a statement tonight.
Yes, exactly.
Showing a lot of skill.
Com certeza.
Yeah, for sure.
Mateus Bocão, he's just showing how well-rounded he is. He's cut Caliocane. Caliocane's right eye is barely open. It's a third and final round. 10 seconds. Mateus Bocão, in our eyes, just got his most impressive victory in his short but long career, if I may say so.
Yeah, and I think with more 1 or 2 fights, we definitely can see him fighting for the title, because what he did here tonight was really, really, really impressive.
Exactly. And a fighter that's showing action. He wants that win. Caliocane isn't showing that same mentality. He's surviving. He's not fighting.
Yeah. I think he just wants this fight to be over any soon.
Mateus Bocão trying to look up to see if that watch is there. The clock is not there anymore. But, to him, he's clipped on his back. Caliocane has a lot of work in order to get that guy off his back. And there we have the clock back. Final 15 seconds of this bout. Mateus Bocão brought the heat tonight. I can say that, Gabriel.
Yeah, definitely an amazing performance for Bocão. A statement victory for him here tonight. Rudson, we couldn't recognize him the whole fight. And I think he knows that he lost this one.
Exactly. Mateus Bocão, a very respected fighter, showing what he's made of, showing, he's ready. He's ready for the world. 6 fights in 2 months. Second fight in Future MMA. He's never had an easy life inside the octagon, and a guy that's willing to put this much time into fighting and to building his career deserves everybody's respect.
Yeah, for sure. And the crowd is recognizing both these guys' performance. And we see here now tonight the replay. Look at those high kicks by Mateus and changing levels, trying to take him down.
And changing levels effectively.
Yeah.
It's not just changing levels. It's not just attempting the takedown. He's attempting the takedown, and he's concluding the takedown. So that's the most important thing.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely one of the best performances we've seen here tonight. And Mateus Bocão really showed a statement, and I really believe that he's got a potential to fight for the belt anytime soon, because he's really young and already showing that he is also a good fighter.
E vamos ao resultado oficial da primeira luta do card principal. Após 3 rounds de 5 minutos, os 3 juízes pontuaram 30-27, declarando o vencedor por decisão unânime, Mateus Bocão!
Então, pessoal, tô aqui com o vencedor da noite, Mateus Bocão. Cara, o que mais me impressiona são números. 6 lutas em 2 meses. Aí você chega e bate o campeão da sua categoria do Titan FC. O que é que tá passando pela sua cabeça agora?
Aí, Jorge.
Hey, George.
Agora eu venci o
dono
do cinturão do Titã.
FC.
Agora eu quero disputar o cinturão do futuro. Pode me botar quem for aí, eu tô preparado. Deixa eu te box. E é pra senhora, mãe, essa vitória. Toda essa vitória é pra senhora. E pra minha cidade, Pindaré-Mirim. E aí, Tony, meu mestre Diego Lima, toma, Dudu, meu pai Brendo, Lucas, meu irmão que mora junto comigo. E ninguém entende nada, pode vir que eu tô